Today, we're getting started with the footings with the Thai house build.
Welcome to part 2 of the Thai house build series. If you're just joining us, me and my girlfriend Millie have bought a piece of land in northern Thailand where we want to build a house. But there's one big problem. We don't have much money, nor do we have much time, as I have to return to work building in the UK in less than 4 months. Last time we showed you the small simple house design that helped minimise costs, and we got to work digging the foundations. In this episode we're going to be pouring some concrete as we finish the foundations and get the columns and floor in. With the foundation holes dug and construction having officially started with the housing ceremony, the next step was to pour the concrete pads. But before this can be done, the steel reinforcement first needs to be added. This reinforcement consists of steel rebar that adds tensile strength to the concrete, allowing it to withstand bending forces. The architect has drawn up detailed plans for the builders to follow, showing all the steel rebar that is needed. It's cut and bent together on site, held together with steel wire. As well as the pad reinforcement, the column reinforcement also needs to be added at this stage, as it interlinks with the pad. With everything in place, we can finally begin pouring the concrete. Right, they've got all the cages in. Concrete wagons here, just arrived. So yeah, they'll pour these pads. And we're cooking. Very good. So we've done well to get all these in. When the pads were set, concrete forms could then be installed for the pillars. These are basically just like moulds and form the shape of the pillar. Wet concrete could then be poured in these, taking us up to ground level. Big progress. So look at this. So yesterday they were just casting the pillars, and they must have finished that yesterday, casting the pillars, and they filled in the holes, and they've put down a little bit of concrete, I think. So next step they'll have the concrete ring beam going right round. That's next step. But look at that. Oh, quick. Crazy quick. Mad. So anyway, yeah, quite happy with that. And you can start to see the floor shape, which is cool. So here we've got the the master bedroom, which goes from back here to not that one, the one behind. And then there's an ensuite here. Ensuite there for the guest bedroom. So they're quite small, the ensuites, but big enough. And then guest bedroom, and then the living area over there. So yeah, this is all master here. And then onto the sort of living area / kitchen. So not huge, but yeah, a good size. Be happy with that, I think. It keeps the area, keeps the floor area low, which has helped keep the build really low, the total build cost. So yeah, really good progress. Look at that, awesome. The next stage is a ring beam at ground level. This sits on top of the columns we've already poured, and once again has extensive rebar reinforcement. The ring beam will support all the walls and the floor, and it also has the job of tying all the columns together. The build was moving at a very fast pace, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get any footage of them pouring the ring beam. Instead, I returned just as they were pulling off the formers. Right, the bottom ring beam is in. So they got the reinforcement in. I'll pop up a picture of what that looks like for the bottom ring beam, and then poured the concrete. So they've just taken the formers off and they've started with the plumbing. So that's for the kitchen sink there, the pipes. And then they started for the bathrooms, but they stopped because the waste, the septic tank on the plans is to be located right here. However, the problem with that is that's the guest bedroom. So, and there's just a window going onto the septic tank, so that's no good. It needs changing. I mentioned to the architect to move it, and he said he was, but and I think he has, but the plans, updated plans, haven't been given to the plumber. So he started, and then when he realised the plans were likely to change, he stopped all work and left it. But I don't know why. He could have carried on. The important bit inside is still the same. Just outside, there's no big septic tank here. We're going to move it just over there. So yeah, I don't know, but he threw a bit of a fit, did the plumber. He wasn't too happy. I guess the plumbers in Thailand are the same, similar to those in the UK. Yeah, he's a bit disgruntled. So anyway, he's gone. Hopefully we'll get him back and he'll finish doing the inside, because there's nothing to stop him doing that. Well, I'm not sure why this bit's been left down, but you can see the top of the reinforcement for the ring beam. So that's what it would have looked like, and how it's tied in. There's a bit that's been tied in, look. Just on the corner. So lots of reinforcement. Do a lot of reinforcement on the concrete, which is good. Yeah, and then a little bit of reinforcement on the bathroom walls. So these are the bathrooms. So it's quite a small bathroom, which, yeah, it would be nice if it's bigger, but I think it's big enough. Yeah, again, it was just keeping the footprint small. So big enough master bedroom. That's the only room which is sort of a very decent size. And then, yeah, quite a small guest bedroom, and yeah, quite small bathrooms. But it'll be good. I mean, like, what's that? It's like just over 1.5 meters wide, and then 3 meters long. So we'll have a shower there. Shower in this area, quite a small shower. Quite a small shower, and then, yeah, sink and toilet there. So basically similar sort of size to how it is in my apartment at the moment. Definitely big enough. Yeah, just not the giant bathroom Millie wanted. But yeah. Making progress. It's good. It is good. Columns going up. Look at that. Crazy how quick that's happened. Very impressive. So yeah, they got the formers all up. Got them all aligned and level. Yeah, that's pretty straight. And now they're just pouring. They have to pour by hand. Concrete wagons here, and then they've got a bit of a chain going. You might have noticed and been wondering what the black pipe is that is on the inside of the ring beam. This is in fact part of the anti-termite system. This allows anti-termite solution to be pumped under the floor in the future. Since the last video, I've learned that the termites are in fact very active in the area and can be a serious problem for houses. So a guy came to spray the termite mound and spray the foundations. This is something that we'll have to stay on top of in the future, with someone coming out to apply treatment every other month. Also, on a completely unrelated note, they're currently ploughing the rice field next door, and so we'll soon be planting another rice crop. Quite a few people in the comments on the previous video have told me to expect a lot of snakes. Well, I'm happy to report so far that we haven't seen any. But I did see something that I think was a mongoose that popped its head up over the wall one day. I think I need to make him my best friend. Okay, shutters off the columns now. So they're wrapped in plastic just to keep them moist inside so they don't lose too much heat in the sun. Start cracking. So we have to wait 2 weeks, I think it is now, for the columns to fully cure and all the other concrete properly cure, and then we can start putting the roof on. They've got to finish getting the floor in. I'm not 100% sure of how the floor works really. I think it's precast slabs that get lifted in. That bamboo in the middle, I'm guessing that's like a temporary support just to help them put them in when they come. So they're precast slabs, and then I think for the bathroom they must put some sort of former in, and I think rather than a precast slab they pour a slab just for the bathrooms. I'm not sure why that is, but anyway, I think we'll know more when they start, but I think that's what they're trying to do there. And that's why they've left the reinforcement exposed, so they can bend that down and do a cast slab. Right, floor sheets in. So the ladies are just finishing off the bathrooms. So they pour the concrete for the bathrooms. So they just backfill the floor with just dirt from over there, just to support the concrete, and then they pour the concrete in place. And then I guess over time that'll subside, leaving a gap. But yeah, they pour the concrete in one slab, reinforced. So they'll bend all them bars down and bend it down. So they've just on with that. The plumber must have come this morning and done that, and then they've come and lowered. I just caught the truck leaving just as it arrived. They had a big truck in. You can see the tracks down there, and that was lifting. Had a high ab on the back, and that was must have been lifting them all in, these concrete sheets. So I'll go have a closer look, show you what they're like. Yeah, so they seem like almost like really thick really thick planks of concrete, reinforcement running through the middle, and then they weld a bar going across the top, and then I don't know if they do more concreting on top. I'm not sure really what goes on top of this, but yeah, it's quite good. We've got a floor now anyway. It's quite cool, so you can begin to see stuff. So this is sort of lounge area, office area, kitchen, entrance, and then the bedrooms back there, bedrooms and bathrooms back there. So yeah, it's looking good really, and then be a nice view out the front, a sort of garden area, and then looking over the rice fields. So yeah, done a good job. As I say, they're just curing. These are curing at the moment, wrapped in cellophane. I think he said 2 weeks, and then the roof steel can go on. Yeah, pretty cool really. Yeah, so they've poured the concrete now for the floor, poured that over the concrete panels, and they've concreted the bathrooms as well. So yeah, that's all in. So I'm not sure how much concrete they've poured over these panels. Maybe about an inch of concrete, I'm guessing. Yeah, hard to tell. I think it's about an inch. It's 2 fingers. Yeah, that's where the panels are. Yeah, so that's maybe 1, 2, or maybe nearly 2 inch. I think 2 inch of concrete, 50 mil. Yeah. So yeah, exciting. It's looking good. It's coming together really nice. So yeah, as I say, steels this week will start going in on the roof. They've left a bit of rebar poking out the top, so that's how the weld to that, just to bind it all together. And this roof's a bit more complicated than normal because there's no post in the middle. So we removed the post just to make it more spacious, and then that makes the roof design a bit more complicated. Yeah, quite thick steels going between the 2 posts in the middle. It'll make more sense when they get started. I'll go through it and show you then. So yeah, very good. That's everything for now. Next time we'll be starting the roof. So if you aren't already, make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you next time.